The roots of history run deep through Stafford, Virginia. We've raised leaders, featured artists, and honored those heroes among us. We've learned from the battles fought, and we look to the future with hope. We take this time to focus on what makes us exceptional, while constantly remembering where we came from. We're always open to fresh ideas and innovation, and savor all of the flavor at our fingertips. We find inspiration in our craftsmanship, and there's always a hidden gem around every corner. Find yours. Rediscover Stafford.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. What a day in KFL. It is KFL week 2. Sorry about that. A little bit early over here in Central Time. We've got guys already just absolutely showing out this morning. First fish right out of the gate by Tar Heel Lunkers was a 20 and a quarter incher all over Florida. It's going to be a good day. We're going to go ahead and bring on my man, Todd Patrick. Good morning, buddy.
What's up, man? Good morning.
Ooh, it's going to be a long day. These guys are out there grinding already. I got to go out to the boat ramp, see my bandits take off at 5:30. And nice. There's not been a whole lot of fish come through, but there's been some good quality fish. And, man, you got to think about a team traveling all the way down there to the Florida Copperheads, fishing headwaters. First fish of the day is a 20 and a quarter. Come on.
Wow.
That's awesome. Showing out. And that was actually caught. Let me get in here real quick. That was actually caught by Mike Wimmer. First fish. It ain't even sunlight out there yet. 10 minutes into the tournament, posted a 20 and a quarter inch bass.
Yeah, we mentioned something about possibly being a 200-inch bag coming out of, either that matchup or the matchup down in Texas today, and that's a good start.
Oh, absolutely. Let me get in here real fast, guys. I'm going to make the judges on these real fast when we're waiting in, and then we'll go over a quick standings update. It's you guys are in for a treat today. There's some great matchups going down in the water. Battle of the Lone Star State. Wimmer the Assassin. I'm going to go ahead and share that. I like that one. The Sniper. The Assassin is in the building, boys and girls. It's game time on the East Coast, and we actually have our first angler of the day on. Good morning, Mr. Elric.
What's happening, my friend?
How's the weather out there, buddy?
The rain looks like it's going to hold off. But it's overcast. It's nice. I like it.
Good deal. Good deal. What do you expect? What do you expect your matchup to be at the end of the day today?
Well, this place is. I get talked into this place, and there's a lot of small fish. So, you're gonna have to get a couple kicker fish. Definitely. I've already caught 10 short fish, so. I think we'll do fine. I think we'll do fine. We got legal fish when we came here, a bunch of them, and it's just a matter of finding them. And as a group, you know what I mean. We got everyone doing a lot of different things too, so it should be good.
Right on. Well, we got a little bit different fan base today. Go ahead. Tell us about your team. Tell us how you got started with the KFL. Give us the 411. This thing's getting more popular as it goes on, so make sure you give everybody you want a shout out, buddy. Floor is yours.
All right. Yeah. Today we get fishing. We get Jack or John Tibbins. I met him through another trail years ago, New England Bass, and he's always done well in tournaments. He's the type of guy that we wanted on our team, that type of guy that can get his limit and bang big fish. So he's here today, around doing his thing. Got his little milk run going. I've seen him go by a couple times. And let's see. We got Dom Eno, who has fished a ton of local tournaments and done really well.
Yeah, we finally got to see him in the KBT this last go around.
Yeah, that was a first for him, and I know he wanted to, I'm sure he would have liked to do better. We were all up at Messalonsky in Maine for the Elite Kayak tournament, and he's done well. I mean, I think in 1 year in Ken Wood's tournament, he won like 4 or 5 different tournaments. So he gets a lot of big fish too. So he's doing a little different thing today, but hopefully we can bang out some legal fish, and then he can go pig hunting. And then Steve Scott, who's really local to this area, he's won a bunch of tournaments in Mass, Rhode Island. Does really well. We have a Big 5 tournament. Jason Gardner runs it, where you best Big 5 fish.
Right.
And he's always been up there at the top. So when we were putting the team together, we were trying to find out people, find people that can, fish for their limit, and can find those big fish. And so Steve was definitely at the top of the list.
Well, I know after last week, not having Patron out there now, does that make you a little nervous? Are you wishing you had Patron, or are you guys confident? I mean, you've got the lead right now with a 15.25-inch fish. How does that make you feel after the performance that Patron did last week, now that he's not on the water this week?
No, you know what? First and foremost, what a great guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Guy. Like, and fit right in from the get-go. We had, like, before that tournament, we had a bunch of roster changes. And so we were scrambling to do things. And, I don't like to admit it, but we were kind of, we were a little bit behind the 8 ball going down there. And we were coming back from Maine. We were up there for like 3 or 4 days. So the people that went to Maine, other than me, we couldn't really burn any more time at work. So we started game planning during the week. And we found a couple places. And then we picked Adam up, and Adam actually, he wound up, first he was psyched to come on, which was great. And then he's like, I'm leaving. I get the day off tomorrow. I'm out of here. And that was like Friday. So I sent him a bunch of screenshots and just ideas where to go and the ramps that Nick had given us. And he went down, and that's one place. It was one, definitely Nick was like super cool with this whole thing. Like, you have to be safe on that play. It's not, you don't go by yourself, No,
you got to float.
It's a
right. I mean, that's one of those things, you got to work the river.
Oh yeah, and it's, it's very different from anything that we have around here, and anything different than really what we're used to fishing. And I'll say the Northeast, even though Pennsylvania is part of it. The super different, and he actually did a float on, not a float, but he went out and came back at the same ramp. And you can do that at a lot of places there, but the problem is you might not get a ton of fish. You know what I mean? Mm. So we decided on the way down, and he was like, we got to do a float. So that's what we wound up doing. We did 2 separate 10-mile floats, and it was crazy. I mean, I'm glad I had the spot lock or the pinpoint with Motor Guide, because we got up behind those boulders, locked down, and then we were able to hang in the river and then avoid most of the rocks. Not all of them. My motor took a beat, and he actually was taped his back on, and he had a ratchet strap holding it on his kayak. It was literally, if we could have got it on film, it was jumping up and down top of his native.
Yeah, he was talking about last week how he finished off his kayak, so he's gonna have to be getting another kayak before he gets on the water. It sounded like
he fixed it. He fixed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, yes.
Right on.
He put a backing plate on, and the thing's like put together with, I don't know, who knows what, but
that's hilarious.
Well,
he had said to me too while we were floating, he's like, he said, yeah, he goes, I came here with the intention of ruining my kayak. Like, you did that too, and you killed it. But yeah, he found a pattern, and I was actually throwing that type of jig before he was, and then when he left me, I was watching him. I'm like, oh, he's not reeling. I bet you he switched up. Sure enough, he did. I couldn't get bit. I think I had a one short fish, and I lost another fish, and literally, those days people win tournaments and they cannot make. That's what went on with Adam. Like literally, he killed it. He killed it. It was. If I saw a good rock, I just avoid it and let him go to it.
Right on. Well, Mike,
looks like one of your teammates actually got on the board there, Mark.
Yep, hang tight with me, Mike. I'm gonna, you just keep fishing. We're gonna watch you. We're gonna bring you back on. I gotta get to some of these other guys too, but just hang tight with us, and we'll, we'll get right back to you, buddy.
Yeah, we should have a fish on the board. I know that.
You do have a fish on the board.
15 1/4.
Cool.
All right, Mike. We'll get right back with you. All right, let's get on in here. What's happening?
Another day in paradise.
I heard that, boss. How's it going out there?
About 3,000 shorts. I mean, they're everywhere.
Mike Elrick was saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, Mike Elrick was just telling us that.
Everywhere. I think I caught one about 8 inches on my very first cast, and it was like one right after another. I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
I heard that. I understand that the short bite can be a major issue,
especially at this place.
I mean, 14-inch minimum isn't the easiest in a lot of places, so it's one of those things that just goes hand in hand.
That is a fact.
But hey, that's what we wanted to make, right? We wanted to make a professional league. We're out here. 12-inch minimum is like kind of the kayak standard. Upping that a little bit to 14 inches make you a little bit harder.
I'm a fan. I'm all about it, making it a little bit harder. All about it.
Well, your team currently, I'd have to go back to it real fast, but I believe your team currently has a 15 1/4 inch lead there. What is what's your strategy throughout the day? Are you focused on 10 right out the gate? Or are you trying to go ahead and catch bigs? Different teams have different strategies. What's the team strategy for you?
I'm thinking that if we can just get 10 right off the bat would be probably the most efficient, especially with this place being, full of small fish. I mean, if you can get 10 pretty quick, I mean, it's going to help. That's for sure. I think it's more or less just going to be a fish game. It's going to be a lot of numbers, and you just got to pick through them, I guess. I'm hoping.
One at a time, right? One little fish at a time. Just got to find the right size.
Yeah, I wish they would bite right now.
Uh-oh. First fish of the day. There we go, baby.
Yeah, they're all like that.
Oh, man.
I don't think that one's going to hit 14.
How many?
About 9, 8.
Well, Tip, you're obviously catching them. Hang tight with us here on the side here. I'm going to go ahead and mute you for a minute while we get another angler, but you are on fish. So I'm going to keep you on the screen here. I'm going to bring Greg on, but just hang tight with us here, boss.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get the man in here. I don't know how good his service is right now, but we're going to give it a shot. Greg, what's happening, boss?
Man, I tell you what, this is a beautiful, beautiful place. I've missed 6 on the top so far, and one was about an 18. I'm sicking right now, dude. Just
you can't be doing that in a tournament like this, boss.
They're not like they're knocking the bait out of the water. They're not eating it. They're just playing with it. And I just missed one right here. So we went up to a complete. We've never fished this area. We have no idea what we're doing, where we're going. We're completely fishing blind, and we fished yesterday for about 3 hours, and didn't like the water that we fished at all. And so we're trying to find cleaner water, which we found a lot more moving water, which we found, and we're just hoping for a prayer, man. Honest to God, dude, they have blown up on top all morning long. Just cannot get them pinned.
Man, that's rough.
Did-
And
did
that's
your-
the dangers with topwater, right? I mean, we all know that as topwater anglers, it's the funnest bite to catch, but also
It is.
you take a risk when you take away the subsurface baits and go on top. You take that risk of them swiping at it or just hitting behind it. I mean, there's a lot of game in that.
Yeah, man. So I'm big fish hunting, man. I got my guys behind me, kind of following me back, trying to do the cleanup, and I got Dustin Arms, who's very methodical, very slow. He's got his power pole down and finding these eddies. We got Bobby Moore and kind of getting in the middle of the river, see if we can get any bites off that, man. But dude, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something, dude. I was so jacked up, man. Dustin had to calm me down at the ramp, man. I was so jacked up this morning. I mean, this is just awesome, man. I mean, it's just something different. It's trying to get for your team and, not just your individual accolades and stuff, man. I can't even explain it, man. It was awesome. Awesome this morning.
Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
But it's
right,
beautiful, dude. I mean, this area is so gorgeous. I can't even tell you, man. I don't know if you can see behind me or whatever, but this creek, I mean, this river.
Oh yeah, it looks great. Looks like the river cleaned out a lot.
It did. Here up north, we're way
Nice.
further.
Timmons got another fish.
We're about
He's trying to see if it's going to work.
No,
Nope, he
it didn't
drop
measure. That man has the prettiest legs in KFL. We're just gonna go ahead and knock that up there.
That's funny. Hey, Greg,
feel it,
so
man.
you guys all followed each other down the river then?
Yeah, did you all float the same float?
There's only 3 of us, man. Will couldn't make it. He's got to work. I guess some storms or something. He's got to help work. He just couldn't make it. So it's just 3 of us, man. It is what it is, man. We're just gonna do our thing and just fish what we can. It's not ideal. We certainly wanted to break up 2 and 2, but we figured the best thing to do. This river's pretty wide. We're doing about 10-mile float today, so there's plenty of river to fish. We just gotta, and what's kind of unique about it, we're all fishing different. Like, I'm power fishing the crap out of this place. That's what I do when I'm river fishing. And then Dustin, he's got a little bit more methodical ways of fishing his river, and then Bobby, he's more finesse fishing a little bit. So again, I think we have a good balance. We just got to get these fish to bite, man.
Tibbins has got a fish
man,
on.
this water is
Another dink.
He's just one little one at a time. I mean, that's the 3rd one this morning already, but we're watching it. That's the 3rd one already.
Looks like he's throwing a tube.
Oh, absolutely. But he's catching them one time at a time. I'm going to go ahead and bring on some of these anglers here that, that way we can at least watch them while they're fishing. They're muted at the moment, but Greg, I mean, you already know that right out the gate. You're starting with 3, you're going against 4, they've got the home field advantage. You're floating a river, but we all know Greg likes rivers, so it's going to be interesting how it goes.
Well, I this is my thing, man. I love this, and I mean, one thing I think it's a little concerning. I think for both teams is this water's rapidly going down.
They hooked up.
Just had another one. This river, I had one. Yeah, it was a small one. We're trying to figure out where these fish are positioning, man. We're just trying to figure this thing out, man.
Right on, boss.
We were unable to pre-fish, but all but 3. Me and Bobby were here since Wednesday, but all we got was 3 hours of pre-fishing in yesterday because the water was just unfishable. But anyway, no excuses, man. We got to fish. You know what I mean?
Amen to that. Got to fish.
Hey,
Mark.
Mark,
Yes, sir.
you want to give everybody that's tuning in for maybe the first time a quick breakdown of what KFL is and what they're watching here?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is definitely really cool, and just want to let the new viewers understand what we got going on here.
So KFL, the Kayak Fishing League, is actually a new series. We took almost similar to professional sports, as in football or basketball. We took a team aspect into fishing. They're teams of 4v4, in some cases three versus four, depending on certain situations that happen. Like for Greg was talking about work in that situation, 10 fish limit, 14-inch minimum. Everybody doesn't have to post a fish. It's just the 10 best fish on the board, as y'all seen with any of you return viewers that watched the Lone Star Bandits last week when Jim Louvier was putting on an absolute clinic. But man, it's a great aspect. We're doing live coverage. We'll be on the Pride Network, on our Pride Outdoors Network here 2 different times today. It's going to be a fun day. And just to give you guys a real quick update on the scoreboard real fast, I don't want to take away from these anglers. Tar Heel Lunkers moving into Florida are putting 50 inches to 0 up on the Florida Copperheads. Pennsylvania Bronzebacks is now 67 inches to Massachusetts Maulers 16.5. Bay State Attack has got 15.25, but Rhode Island Rebels now putting up their first fish of the day, 14.5. Nothing from the rest of the games just yet. Greg, I'm going to put you over here in the queue, buddy. We're still going to be watching you, but I'm going to let one of these other anglers tell their story too, and we'll come back to you, Hoss. All right, let's get get over here. We got where'd he go here? Let me find him real quick. I know I can see him. I just can't find him we got too many anglers on here.
Definitely got several.
There we go. All right. Go ahead and unmute this man right
Joe.
here. The man, the myth, the legend. Joe, what is happening, buddy?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going good. I know you've been hanging out with us here a while, waiting for your time to shine, man. How's it going out there?
It's slow. It's slow. I got one keeper. I've gotten about 5 shorts. I think I'm starting to figure something out.
It sounds like it. I mean, you're on some good fish, it seems. You already got 6 fish in the boat. One of them's the size you need it to be.
Yeah. Where I'm at, there's a whole lot of wood. But I'm not getting bites on the wood. I think I need to go find some more grass.
Does it put more stress on you to do it than just a normal live event now that you got a whole team that's dependent on you here? I mean, is it a little bit different in that aspect?
It's definitely different. I don't think it's more stress. I mean, in one way it is, because you don't want to be the low man on the team that let everyone down. But on the other hand, I know I got 3 other guys out there working it, so that kind of takes away some of the stress.
Right on. Absolutely. Great way to point out on that.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm having a blast doing this.
Heck yeah, dude.
You can take more chances when you know there's 3 other guys out there. You can take more chances. You're not just shooting for a limit.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got to say this real quick. I don't want to interrupt you, but Pennsylvania is dangerous. Nick Oddie throws a 20.5 up.
I saw that. I saw it. That's a nice.
You got your work cut out for you, buddy.
I may have come to the wrong lake. They gave us so I picked the one that looked the best on the map for me.
Right on.
But I don't see any of the other guys.
Chris Santoro for the Bronzebacks also has a 15.5 on the board, so they definitely have themselves a nice little lead, but it's definitely early, Joe. And we're gonna watch you catch them. I know that for a fact.
All right. Hopefully I can get one here pretty soon.
Right on, Joe. Well, hey, we got you over here on the side. We'll be paying attention. We'll bring you back on. We're gonna cycle through some of these other guys, man. I appreciate you being on with us, brother, and good luck out there.
All right, guys. Thanks.
See you, Joe.
That dude is a stand-up guy. I love Joe.
Definitely a great guy. One of the many great guys that we have in this league, man. And he knows how to catch them. Oh, Mike.
Oh, Mike, your mic's muted. There
hey,
we
boys,
go.
how's it going?
Brother,
How are
putting
you?
up a 20.25 right out of the gate. What are you doing?
I don't know. I was talking to him last night, I think, but no, it was right away this morning. We got out here, and all 4 of us, and we got into them right away. They're out here. Just got to dodge the gators. There's a lot of alligators out here. I love it though. It's fun. It keeps your head on a swivel.
Is that your first time ever down there, Mike?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. If anybody has a chance to come down here, this is like the bass sanctuary. It's incredible. Everything looks good. There's just big fish everywhere. Matt, I'm sorry. Got the boat. Guy had a 26.5-inch largemouth, a little over 11 pounds.
Oh
They're all over the place here, so you just got to get on them and stay on them. So. Yeah, it's a lot of fun down there, guys.
Y'all are bringing the fire right now. 3 measurable fish already this morning. Copperheads haven't put up anything just yet. You guys are bringing the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we got to, because I'll tell you what, they got some hammers on their team. I think that Matt guy is I seen what he did last year in the monthly tournaments, and it was just incredible, some of the numbers he was putting up. So he's a stand-up dude, and we're just going to fish our hearts out here. So we're fishing, but we're having fun. That's the most important thing.
Hey, amen to that, man. Amen to that. Well, hey, I'll let you get to it, brother. I know you got a big statement to make today. You've got the big fish of the matchup so far. Keep grinding out there. If you want to hang out here in the queue, we'd love to watch you fish a little more. We're just cycling through some of the guys, and then we're going to come back on and watch everybody fish. So,
right on. I'll give you guys a quick. Hopefully, I can get you a quick picture of Steve here. My camera will work right.
There we go. There's the man.
Yeah, right there. He's working it pretty hard. So, here's your moment, Steve. Catch a big one on camera. Hey, we know we're in the right lake because we saw Roland Martin out here cruise by us about 35 miles an hour in this big old boat. So,
that's an accomplishment in its own.
Roland's known to be out there a lot.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So hopefully we'll run into him at the ramp later on in the day.
Mike Elrick got one?
What's that?
Looks like Mike Elrick might have one on Bay State Attack, maybe.
Oh, hold on, Mike Wimmer. I'll get right back with you. Hold on there, buddy. Elric does have one. There you go, Big Mike.
I'll let you go, guys. Take care. Nice fish.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you later on, Hoss. I see you there, Elric. How big is it?
It might just make it.
Yeah, looks like he might be right in that range.
I'm about to say that mouth looked like it was perfect. I'm going to go ahead and guess 15. We'll give him an inch bonus.
All right.
You got to love treble hooks in the net.
Oh, God, yeah.
So those jerseys are a little different than the ones last week, or those the exact same ones? Because those things are sick, man.
These are the same as last week, and thanks to Mark,
okay,
his boy. What's the guy's name at Fusion Shirts jerseys?
Oh, you're gonna make me do that today, aren't you?
Told me his name. He never told me his name, but I will seriously recommend anyone going to him. He does a dynamite job.
That's my boy.
Seriously,
yeah.
so we all appreciate it, Mark.
I know your jerseys look freaking awesome. He did a great job on them.
Reach.
Does it measure?
Yeah, it's just 14.
Right on, dude. Well, there you go.
Well, all right.
Yeah, we'll let you get to measuring that one, Hoss, and we'll come back on. At least we got to click over and see you put it in the boat.
Sweet.
My man. All right, Elliot. Well, we'll let you take care of that. I know you got to mess around with your camera a little bit.
All right, my friends. I will talk to you.
You want to hold it up for everybody real quick before you do?
Yeah,
there it is. All right, measurable fish number 1 for Elric.
Nice.
All right, there we go. Okay, let's grab on someone here that we haven't gotten just yet. I've been waiting to talk to this man right here. Mr. Santoro, how's it going, buddy? I just love saying your last name.
You do? That's good. Me too.
There's never going to be a moment in time I do not enjoy saying your last name.
That's a good thing, I guess.
How's it going out there?
It is slow, but it's a good slow because I'm throwing a frog. So,
oh, nice.
can't be upset when you're sitting in like 4-foot mat and you're just throwing a frog.
You were excited for this matchup, weren't you? I can tell on your face you were excited for this matchup.
You know, I'm excited for all of them. This one specifically because I needed a little bit of redemption this week. The river kicked my butt last week. I went to a notorious big fish spot, and there were no fish there except catfish. So I need a little bit of redemption this week, which is why I got my frogging stick in my hand, and I'm just trying to get some blow-ups.
Right on.
But yeah, we're on a really, when I say small lake, I mean like you could probably call this a pond, especially like where you guys are from and down south. This is a pond. This isn't like
Oh, farm pond.
yeah, pretty much. You got
Did you guys get to do much pre-fishing?
I did not, but a couple of the other guys, maybe a couple hours. So we're just kind of fishing a little bit of memory, a little bit of experience, and hoping for the best. Really, I've never been on this body of water, but so we have 3 lakes to pick from today, and I've only fished one of them from the bank. It wasn't even in a boat or a kayak, so this is going to be interesting anyway because it doesn't seem like either team got much pre-fishing in. So I'm excited to see where this goes. There's big fish all over the place in all 3 places. You just got to figure out where they are because each body of water is completely different from the next.
Oh, hold on here 1 second here. We do have a fish real quick. And I'll be dang if it ain't the man, the owner, Greg Nozar's got a tank.
It's a tank, man. This is
It's a tank.
If I do this, does that make it 14?
If you hold it a little bit further than that, we'll call it 20.
Got a donkey.
I can't believe I just interrupted Chris Santoro for you to hold up an 8-inch bass.
My sponsors for this.
Does Joe got one on? Or is he hung up?
I think he's switching rods.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna get back over here and sorry about that, Chris. Greg interrupted your time to shine with a dink.
You know, if it was anyone else, I would have been upset. But since it was Greg, I'm okay with it.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say before we get back started to you, the MVP is on a hunt. The first 2 fish of the matchup. Jim Louvier has already put 2 fish on the board for 32 inches. He has woke up this morning. It's going to be a day.
Yeah,
But
those
Chris,
are 2 back-to-back he just put up there literally within the last minute.
Boom.
So. Yeah, hey, Nick Audi has got that 20.5 for you, and then Ryan's doing well for the bronze backs, and Chris, you're on the board for your team, so 3 of you guys are on the board.
Yeah, we're just trying to connect some dots. We're all fishing a little bit differently, so we're just, like I said, trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together. This is it's a really unique fishery for Pennsylvania where we're at. I mean, you don't get a lake this choked with weeds and pads like we see here, so it's just like one of those unique opportunities to fish a little bit differently than we're used to, especially this time of year. Because in PA, people have already transitioned to I'm going to throw a wacky rig and a Ned rig full time. So the fact that I'm out here with a frog right now is pretty awesome.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, hey,
The one fish that you caught earlier today, did that come on a frog?
It did, and it was one of the best feelings I think I've had in a while. That's my first frog fish of the year, so that was even though it was only 15.5, it was quite the spectacle.
I bet that fish came in quick, didn't it?
You know what? It didn't, because there was about a pound of salad with it, but which is why I thought it was a good fish. And then, you take the salad away, and he obviously is on a diet. So,
Isn't it always crazy how that hydrilla will add another 5 inches to every fish?
I thought I had a 22. I thought I had an 8-pounder. I was like, this is the biggest fish in Pennsylvania ever.
All right, boss. Well, hey, we're going to keep you in the queue over here. Anybody watching on a big screen TV is still going to be able to see you fish. You catch one, hey, we're going to bring you back on. We're going to be cycling through these guys, but I got a couple more I got to make sure to get some airtime. But we'll keep you on, and we'll be back with you, Hoss.
Good deal. Thank you.
All right, let's bring in another guy in here real fast. Another tank, one of the best haircuts. Matt Dunn, what's happening, baby?
Look, I'm not known for my hair now, am I?
No, you're known for the hair now.
The hair. It's got to be the hair. But
It's got to be.
So, yeah, how's it going, y'all?
Hey, it's a fantastic day. There's a lot of fish getting caught all across. How are you doing this morning? I said afternoon.
I'm doing pretty good. I've caught a couple small ones, one that I could score, and then two long nosed gar. So that was interesting.
I bet both of those made you think twice, didn't they?
Yeah, well, luckily I was able to get them unhooked without getting my nails trimmed. So, that was pretty cool. So it's like catching a bowfin at home. I love them. I'm sure.
Oh, me too. Hey, I'm a bowfin fan. Don't get me started. I go grinnell fishing every day.
Yeah, one of my buddies that's on the Carolina Casters team, Hank Vajon Henry, he loves bowfin. So, yeah, he loves catching bowfin. But yeah. Anyway, so we're trying to do our best this morning. So far, so good. I know Mike got on them pretty early, and I think we were all on them, but he was the one that he got a good one. I got something biting here, but.
Well, Tar Heel Lunkers has a 64.5-inch lead over the Copperheads, who are now at 15 3/4. Lone Star Bandits did up to 32 inches. Nothing from Southeast Texas just yet. Bay State Attack posted their second fish, moving them to 29 1/4 over Rhode Island Rebels 14 1/2. And I mean, your leader of the day is Mike Wimmer.
Yeah, he is a stud now. I'm telling you, we have been talking about this trip for for a long time now, and now that we're actually here, it's unreal. I mean, it is. It's. I mean, if you just look around this place, it is. I mean, I might just show the camera. I know I'm stuttering, but if you just look around this place.
Hey, while you're showing that with the camera, Matthew Ortenzi said Matt Dunn, the myth, the legend, the hair.
Yeah, it's all about the hair. Right? I mean, if you just look at this place,
looks juicy.
Cool.
I mean, where do you go? Where do you start? I mean, but
where there's water, just start casting.
Yeah, we got that part covered. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of hydrilla, a lot of pads, a lot of everything, a lot of gators, big ones. So,
they gave you any problems this morning?
No problems from the gators at all. But I mean, they don't bother me. My biggest fear is snakes. Can't do snakes now. For real, I'll shut down. But
I got a buddy of mine that's on my team, Jason Campbell's the same way. In fact, there was a little water snake at the boat ramp this morning, and he was hooping and hollering at the dang thing. He was telling it to shoo. I'm like, bro, it's 15 foot out in the water. He goes, it don't matter. It's looking at me.
Yeah, I know. And it was probably looking at me too. And I'm even with them. But I can't do snakes. They scare me to death. I mean, bad.
Me either, Matt. I can't stand snakes.
Well, snakes don't bother me.
Down there,
Gators,
yeah, I mean,
gators like getting in my boat.
So I'm just very thankful for the opportunity to be here, and I'm thankful for you guys for doing this. I'm thankful for my wife. I doubt she's watching this, but she deserves.
Oh, we're losing them a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Think we lost you there, Matt. Well, Matt was saying shout out to his wife. We'll come back to him. We want to make sure he gets his time in. We'll come back to him. Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting, let's go over here to this man, Don Trail. Uh-oh. Shotgun start for him. Don Trail, can you hear me? Hey, buddy.
Robotic.
Oh, man. Does he not have service either?
How great.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't make him out.
Me either.
Okay. Hey, that's all good. They'll get back in service again.
He said, hang on a second, I think.
Oh, okay.
Unless he's just saying we're number one.
We'll come back to him. No problem. Well, y'all don't want to see my mug on here, but let's go ahead and while we're waiting on that, go ahead and bring on another fan favorite here. Bobby, what's happening this morning?
What's going on?
What's going on, Bobby?
I'm
How you
on
doing?
Fish. I'm on fish. I just ain't got nothing of any size yet. I've got 3, probably 11 inches so far.
Nice.
So they are biting.
Hey, Greg knows all about that 11-inch bite right now. He knows all about it. He is catching absolute opposite of tanks. But you guys are a man short out there. I got to say, Bobby, I know Greg probably designed it, and he's not a fan of sponsors all over the place on his jersey, but those jerseys look slick.
Yeah, they do. Dude, I slept in mine last night. It looked so good on me. And it wasn't even wrinkled when I got up.
Uh-oh, look at you.
Wrinkle free.
Well, I tell you what, you got lucky on that one.
But no, beautiful. I will tell you one thing.
Now, this is your first time river fishing, isn't it?
I fished the Chattahoochee up on the north end of the Chattahoochee, but it's nothing like this. So I caught my first smallmouth yesterday. I think it was 8 inches, 8 1/4.
Now, are you power poled down right now?
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
That and my trolling motor.
I'm about to say, I seen the current going by, and I was like, "Is he power poled?"
Yep,
I can't remember ever seeing Bobby power poled.
Yeah, no, we don't. No, we do in that Florida every once in a while when the wind really gets up, but for the most part, we do not. But got the new boat out here. Got the new Old Town Autopilot 120. We ended up having a massive crack in the bottom of the other boat, so we ended up having to buy a boat out on this trip. And big shout out to my wife who just said, "Do what you got to do."
That's always good when you got
absolutely.
good support back home. She's always been a good one, Bobby, for you.
Always good support. It looks like
That's a good looking.
She may be going to Michigan with me. Is what we're trying to do.
Hell, it looks like the river went from muddy to what's that? Slightly stained. It looks like.
Yeah, it's slightly stained. You can see the bottom the closer you get to the banks. So it's not bad at all this morning.
Right on, dude. Right on. Well, man, I've got we're going to keep you on here. We're watching you. I've got you over here on the side. Hopefully we can get you a fish and get you on here on camera. But, Bobby, is there any shout-outs or anything you want to give out there?
I'll give a big shout-out to Tour Stafford. Glad to have them on board. Got to fish in that county and had a great time with that. A couple shout-outs to my own personal sponsors, Westbrook Supply, Amped Outdoors, TRC, Vector Hooks. I got a long list of them, so we're not going to take up everybody's time. We'll get some more of them later.
Absolutely, boss. But, hey, man, you just keep grinding out. I love the water. Love what you're doing here. We'll be right back with you soon. Okay, bub?
Yeah, still got my flip-flops on, too.
No, you got to take them off, Bobby. It's bad luck to keep them on.
Oh, okay. Let me slip them off then.
There you go. Now you're going to start catching fish. Show Greg how it's done. Toes out, fish out.
Oh, we're ready.
All right, boss.
Good-looking boat there, too, Bob.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, guys.
Oh. Say that last part again, Bobby. I accidentally muted you. That's my fault.
That's all right. I said, hopefully we can start getting some big ones on.
Right on, boss. Well, we'll be watching for sure. All right. Let's see if we can get this man back on now here. That's Chris. There we go. Let's see if we can get Dontrell on here now. How about now, Dontrell? You got us now?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Now we got you. How's it going out there, buddy?
Pretty good. Still trying to find my first one for the day.
How you liking it down there?
Liking it a lot. I mean, it's a lot different than, back home. It's my first time out here in Florida.
Well, hey, man, I mean, you're in a great spot for big fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been hearing a whole lot about this place recently.
Well, all we got to do is make them have. What different strategies have you tried out this weekend?
tried to do some punching for the first time. Caught my first punch fish yesterday. I'm gonna try and see if I can do a little bit of that today. I mean, if the sun comes out and pushes them up under the mats or anything, but that and just nothing else special. Just some worms, frogs. I mean, you can't come to Florida without a frog, so.
That's like a law down there, I think. I'm pretty sure if you come down to Florida without a frog, they send you back.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit slow by, but hey, you guys have got a commanding lead right now. I mean, you're doing really good. You know, as far as a team, especially when y'all's team's first fish was 20 1/4 inches.
Oh yeah, that was right up the gate.
Well, I bet you could hear him holler, couldn't you?
Oh, I was right next to him.
Oh, nice.
What did he catch? Oh, you might not want to tell him what he catch it on. There's some Florida boys watching.
Oh yeah, no, we'll save that for later after the recap.
Hey, well, I think you're gonna do all right down there today, Dontra. You're one of my guys to look out for in this matchup, and I think you're gonna put it together and catch a couple good ones.
All right, well, yeah, I hope so.
Right on, boss. We'll be watching. We'll be watching. Any shout outs or anything you want to give out there?
No, just Titan Tungsten, all the sponsors for the Tar Heel Lunkers back home. That's pretty much about it. We don't have a whole list of sponsors or anything. At least not right now. Maybe after I win a couple things or something. But
there you go.
Right now it's just me and the gear I like to use.
Right on, boss. Well, hey, man, we'll be watching you here. Hopefully, we get to see you bring a fish in, and we'll get back to you, Hoss.
All right, sounds good.
Guys,
Hey,
we
Mark,
have
did
a game changer. Conrad Benetti, the barbarian, has got a monster. Oh
donkey.
my goodness.
That's going 22. That's
That
going
is
22.
what we call in KFL a game changer.
24.50, I believe. I just threw it on the board quick. Over 24.
Oh
God,
wow!
look at the eyes on that thing. That's
Giant.
what's that got to be? 8 pounds?
Yeah, it's a little over 8, probably. Giant.
Nice fish.
Golly, boy, that is a bruiser. 24.5 inch. And not only that, but right here with you, Greg Nozar. I'll let you measure that one here. I want to get on to this guy here too. I think Greg just caught his
All right,
first
fellas.
measurable fish of the day.
Nice.
All right, Greg, did you get a first measurable fish?
I don't know if it's gonna make it, man.
It's about 12
Conrad just
3/4.
put up a 24.5. So
Oh my god.
and showed it on camera.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Man,
And Jim Louvier is doing Jim Louvier things.
we're at 13 inches, guys.
Break out the rolling pin.
I'm trying to, man.
And they're getting a little
that's
bigger.
disheartening. Yeah, man. All right, 13. I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough trying to get a schoolable bass in here, but hey, we're gonna try it, man. So
Right on. Well, I'll go ahead and let you get to it. I got, one more angler here we want to give some time to, and then we're going to go, just bring everybody in the big screen and go one at a time here and just see some fish in action. We'll stay on it, Haas. Obviously, you're on fish. We just got to get a little bit bigger.
yes, sir. We're trying, man.
10-4, Haas.
Good job.
Oh, I muted you. Go ahead and say it one more time.
Great job, Conrad. Awesome.
There we go. All right, so let's get I didn't mean to remove him all the way. We got Todd up here. Go ahead and add here. Chris, what's happening? But unmute. Why is this mic muted? I think it's my fault. I don't know if he's got good service.
He looks froze. Now the part of the river he's on looks
fantastic. There we go. Chris Schaefer, can you hear us, buddy?
He looks like he's on a Hobie I-11.
Uh-oh, I don't know if Chris has got good service for us.
Don't think so.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
we'll
but what
come-
happened? What happened there in that little transition period that we had? Nick Audi caught another fish and actually took the daily lead. He got up to 35 inches, but then Jim Louvier said, "Not so fast, my friends," and now has the daily lead with 46 3/4 inches with three fish. So our daily leader is Jim Louvier.
Mr.
What's up, Matt
Conan.
Conant?
What's up? You
How
hear
you
me?
doing this morning? Yeah, we got you. How's it going this morning?
It's tough. Slow. I had one 14, 15-inch fish jump off the board. And that's all I've seen.
Oh,
that sucks.
Yep.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Yep.
Well, hey, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna dive into it all with you real quick. Let me go ahead and give a quick leaderboard update when we got Conan on here fishing. We've got Tar Heel Lunkers taking on Florida Copperhead, 64.5 inches to Florida's 15 3/4. Obviously, that's about to change with the 24.5 that Conrad just shoved up in the camera. Lone Star Bandits at 46 3/4. Nothing from Southeast Texas yet. Pennsylvania Bronzebacks 81.5 to Massachusetts Maulers 16.5. Bay State Attack 29.25 over Rhode Island Rebels 14.5. Jim Louvier is your overall leader of the day. Nick Audi hot on his tail. Mike Wimmer right after that. Man, there's going to be some fish posted today. We're almost at an hour into this thing. We're going to be broadcasting this segment for a whole nother hour and about 7 minutes. So we're going to make sure we get everybody on. Matt, the floor is yours, buddy. Tell us a little bit about your day. Tell us what you're doing if you want. Floor is yours. Can you hear me, Matt?
Talking to me?
Yeah, floor is yours, buddy.
What's up? I don't know, man. It's slow. Like I said, I didn't get any time to get down here and pre-fish. A couple of the other guys did. They struggled. So, I don't know, trying to figure out something here.
It looks beautiful out there. Bobby got a fish?
It's flat-ass calm right now.
No.
But
Looks like Thomas Woodring just put up a 17.75.
What'd you say them PA guys had?
81 inches already.
How many of them are on the board?
I'd have to give me 1 second. I'll go back and look here. We'll find out. Thomas Woodring didn't just put that one up. He also put a 15-incher up as well.
And then that's what we're waiting on. Conrad's 24. Once that comes through, the Copperheads will take the lead over the long.
Wow. That's just how fast it changes. All right, let me see if I can help you on this bronze back. See how many of them are on the board.
I think they're all at the same place.
Nick Audi's on the board. Madowitz is on the board. Santoro's on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So their fourth guy is not on the board. Forgive me for not remembering who it is.
They do have 3 of the 4 anglers on the board with 81.5. Oh, here we got Chris Santoro back in here. We're going to add him down here on your leaderboard. Anybody, we're adding all our anglers down here. You guys out there watching on the big screen, you can follow around here on the right side. We got all the anglers. As soon as we wrap this up here with Conan, we're going to go ahead and bring everybody on. And Elric, I thought Elric was hooked up there for a second. All right. Take this care here. Let's go ahead and add everybody in here.
Matt, looks like the only guy for your team that's on the board is Joe.
Yeah. What's he got, 16.5?
Yeah, 16.5.
Guys, I just got word. It's not official because it's not on the board yet. He doesn't have service. Jason Campbell just caught a 22.5.
Nice.
Oof.
It's going to extend their lead.
Right on. All right, we got everybody from. We'll go ahead and go over this. Of course, we've got Conan over here on the Massachusetts Maulers. Greg and Bobby Big Gun both on the Washington Warhawks. Chris Santoro on the Pennsylvania Bronzebacks, I believe that's correct.
Yep.
And Mike Elrick on
Bay State.
Bay State Attack.
Kind of a slower start to the morning, actually. I mean, we got one matchup that doesn't have any fish.
I think all the
two matchups that don't have fish.
I think those are the afternoon games, are they not? No, those are the afternoon games.
Washington Warhawks and Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are correct. Washington, they do not have any fish. You are correct. That's my fault.
Yep.
But Indianapolis and Motor City Ambassadors are this evening, and so are the Privateers and the Casters.
Okay, cool.
There's something you don't see every day. Bobby Big Gun's paddling.
Matt,
this is
like he's in a juicy area. It looks like something's got to produce out of there quick.
Oh, absolutely. Greg, we've got you on mic too now. Greg's putting up several fish this morning. We've seen him catch two, one of them almost measurable. Tibbins down here in your bottom left, that man right there has put up like 6 fish on camera this morning. Not one measurable yet that we've seen. Greg, did you hear me what I said about did you hear what I said about Campbell?
I did. Man, crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. I mean, we're in a dink fest, guys. I mean, we're on fish, guys. I'm encouraged by that, man. We just got to cycle through this stuff, man. I mean, hopefully these big girls start biting.
Man, I mean, it would be awesome to watch some big. Oh, you see that mat that Chris Santoro just pulled in the boat? I thought he had a fish for a second, and I seen him cleaning his frog off.
Hey, by the way, what a personality that guy has, man. What a great dude, man. Awesome.
Talk about one of the best beard games in the KFL, not to mention.
No doubt.
Matt Dunn might be known for the haircut, but Santoro's known for the beard.
Oh, no doubt.
He's sitting there stroking his beard.
We're gonna have to give him some mic time. I'm gonna unmute Chris down here as well. That way he can power back. He's just living it up down there.
That's funny.
You still dedicated to that frog, huh, Chris?
You know, I'm not gonna put it down until it falls out of my hands. So, I mean, I just missed 3 fish. I'm still getting blow up, so it's not going anywhere. One was definitely a pickerel, but it was probably one of the best blow-ups I've ever seen. It came about a foot out of the water, so.
Nice. If you didn't know any better, it almost looks like these guys are all fishing the same body of water. It's beautiful everywhere.
I mean, it really is, though. They've all got similar sky conditions. I mean, you see a little bit more clouds around Chris and Mike than everybody else, but for the most part, nobody's got real good cloud cover, it doesn't seem. Bluebirds all around. And the only difference is 2 of these guys are flowing down the river and the rest of them aren't. But it's real interesting to watch. I can completely agree. Even looking at the trees, it's like, it does kind of look all the same.
Conrad must not have very good service. It came on briefly and was not able. Don't have that fish on the board yet.
That thing was a beast.
Yeah, it was. I said 22 out of my mouth. He said 24 and a half. I'm like, ooh.
I did not expect Conrad's voice that way. I fully expected Conrad to be like, "Hey, I'm Conrad. I caught big fish." No offense, Conrad, but like, your voice doesn't match your body.
That's even funnier than me. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but that's hilarious. That's great.
Definitely a good dude.
Tibbins, it slowed down for you a little bit, huh?
A little bit.
Hey, that's okay, though. The bite you were on might have slowed down. Maybe you can put some bigger ones in the boat now.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
see what happens here. We'll add Joe back up here on the camera. There we go. We got Joe back up here on this camera screen. Now you guys can kind of watch some of these guys fish now that we kind of ran through the interviews with everybody. Bobby Big Gun Morin's got a fish. Let me give him the mic over here. Bobby, is that one going to measure, Bubba?
No, 12 inches.
Well, hey, we got to see you catch a fish on live camera. You're right smack dab in the middle of everybody's screen.
I think it's just a matter of getting through the dinks to find the big ones.
That's it, man. One bite at a time.
That's what your teammate Greg just said.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Conrad Benetti.
Oh, my gosh.
Sherman Bishop. Sherman Bishop just throws up a 21 and 3/4 and a 17 and a quarter. Florida coming out swinging.
Florida Copperheads just took a 111. Wow. 111.75 to 64.50. The Copperheads are
that was
throwing
quick.
Up tanks.
That was quick. All right, we'll go from here now. Let's see who we've got coming in. The cool part about it is all these guys are doing something completely different. I mean, you watch Greg's attacking a river with a spin rod. Of course, we got, Conan over here who's always got a spin rod in his hand. Bobby's over here attacking a smallmouth river with a bait caster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Chris Santoro just over here working a frog, smoking it across the water, just waiting for old Donkey to come up and inhale the thing. Tibbins is flipping around in baits, it looks like.
Yeah, I might be using bait cast, but I'm catching fish.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Oh, we weren't making fun of the choice.
No,
Bobby.
we weren't making fun of we weren't making fun of the bait caster.
Now the fun thing is going from being a power fisher in Florida with 65-pound braid on your rod to changing out to 10-pound mono.
By the way, Todd, I have to say, I just got to go ahead and say it. When I got to the hotel room down here in a lot more South Texas than I normally am, but apparently they still call this Central Texas. When I got down here and I said, all right, I'm going to go watch the KFL Pick'em show. And you said, Bandits by 50. I about rolled off the freaking bed. That was the funniest comment I heard all night. I mean, we were dying. That was good stuff, dude.
Hey, man, I mean, I try to keep it real. Sometimes you got to throw a little drama in there and be a little goofy. And people are known. I'm known to be hated for some of my picks sometimes, but it's all in good fun, and hope nobody got any hurt feelings. But if it ended right now, I'd be pretty daggone correct.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, it's like I said, it's not official. My guys are out there communicating with walkie-talkies because there's not great service across the board, but one of my guys has service. I haven't gotten anything from the Southeast Texas. We're all kind of communicating that way we can make it interesting on the broadcast. But what I will say is all four of my guys have fish in the boat.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid. I mean, there's so many. We talked about it yesterday. There's so many solid.
It's a solid matchup
lineups.
all the way across the board.
But there's so many solid lineups, top to bottom, on all these teams.
Absolutely.
You look at it and you're like, stacked team, stacked team, stacked team. It's like there isn't a stacked. There's not a team that's not stacked in this whole league, and these guys are actually fishing against the best across the country, and it's a treat, on our behalf to be able to watch and to be able to share this with the world.
Absolutely, and I mean, kudos to Ray's Eyewear for bringing out that Ray's Eyewear, deal he's got. Where if he doesn't get all his picks correct, that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Ray's Eyewear, you can't say anything bad about those guys. Brian Whitehouse over there, that dude is a stand-up guy. Definitely stuck his neck out for KFL and KBBT. You guys, anybody that needs some sunglasses, you fish, golf, go outside regardless. The polarization on these are amazing. So Go out and get you some Rays eyewear. Go to rayseyewear.com and check out Rays eyewear. You won't be disappointed.
I think I got 6, all of them in that 11 to 12.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we have reached the top of the hour real quick. We're going to, run. We got here real fast. Don Trail told us he had bad service. So we're going to run through our commercial break real fast. We'll be right back with you guys, and we're going to get Steve Scott on there to give his on the water report. So we'll be right back with you guys. If I can hit the right button, that's my bad.
The roots of history run deep through Stafford, Virginia. We've raised leaders, featured artists, and honored those heroes among us. We've learned from the battles fought, and we look to the future with hope. We take this time to focus on what makes us exceptional, while constantly remembering where we came from. We're always open to fresh ideas and innovation, and savor all of the flavor at our fingertips. We find inspiration in our craftsmanship, and there's always a hidden gem around every corner. Find yours. Rediscover Stafford.
All right, here we go back. Let's go ahead and get the man over here. Steve Scott, what's happening, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
Doing good, buddy. How's it going out there?
Going.
All right. Well, buddy, the floor is yours. We haven't got to have you on here this morning. Tell us a little bit about your day, where you're, about the water you're fishing, how you're attacking it. Give us the 411.
So this pond is super clear water. It's like 10 to 12 feet, easy stability. Right now I'm so I've got a few different kind, definitely finesse. Kind of running right now. About all I can say. Hopefully we can find a couple of good bites.
It's definitely a lot slower this week. A lot more changes up between home field advantages and this lake and the other. Seeing a lot of different views compared to the first week of fishing. It's interesting. You, however, I believe have the most clouds I've seen out of anybody yet this morning.
Yeah, I started off on the other side and I just came over to this side. It looked a little promising shade. If I find
Right on. Have you put any in the boat this morning?
I got 115 and a quarter.
That's right. I see that right here.
And the rest, I'm in like the 7 to 10 range.
Yeah, we were talking to Mike Elrick about the pond earlier, and he was saying how you guys are going to have to weed through the dinks to try to get 10 on the board. And then that 10 fish today were probably going to be key and could be the winning number just to get 10 on.
Yeah, I totally agree with Mike. We practiced earlier in the week together, and it was tough. We caught a ton of fish, but the size was not there, which is surprising. Usually this pond is a lot better than this. It's been a tough week. We've been dropping down into the 40s at night. I'm sure that's affected. Like,
most definitely. Yeah, when you're getting cold temperatures like that at night, that's going to slow that bite down a little bit, no matter where you are in the country at this time of the year.
The last couple of nights, it's been almost a 30-degree drop. You know, like I said, high 50, 8 during the day.
Technique going to change up as the day goes on? Or are you going to finesse it all day, or what are you doing out there?
I'm going to go with finesse for at least the morning. And I've been going back and forth with topwater things. You know,
okay.
Cloud cover, hopefully get some cruising to the gallows. That's been the key for me. So Ned's, drop shot, things like that.
Okay. Hey, man, we'll keep at it, man. I mean, you got the 15 and a quarter on the board. Your team's got a couple of fish that are scoreable, and you know you're out there it's all about that grind. And sometimes they're not going to be the big bites, but the 10 bites might count as long as you get those 10.
Yeah, well, like Mike said, 10 fish is going to be the key today, I think.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
Awesome.
Right on, Steve. Well, hey, buddy, we're going to keep you on here. We're going to put you on the side real quick, do one more interview, and then bring you guys all back up. Stick with us here. Hopefully we get to get to watch you catch another fish on live.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, let's get this man on here. He's also on the board for, first thing this morning. Steve Perry, what's happening, buddy?
How are you, sir?
Doing good. How are you doing this morning?
Making a little move.
I see you've already got you a fish on the board this morning as well.
I'm struggling for the big ones. Last 3 days I've had some really nice fish out of here, but they've been later in the day. I've caught 5 bites this morning, but 1 scoreable. So making a move now. It's about a 2-hour pedal to where I've been getting the big bites. So I think about mid-morning I'll probably do that journey if it doesn't produce around here where I'm at now.
Right on, right
I
on.
have to take that gamble. I want to run 2 hours and take a chance, or stay close and try to use that time to fish. So.
Hey, I mean, that's the cool thing about the team aspect, Steve. You know, you got guys that can stay around and fish that local bite, and if your bite's afternoon and it's far away, man, I would encourage that run, man, because you never know what you could pull up out there.
Yeah. I'm hoping the wind will pick up. Right now, it's been kind of dead this morning, but the wind is over the last 15, 20 minutes kind of picked up. So I've noticed these fish on this body of water likes wind, from what I've noticed in the last couple of days here. So.
And is that your first time down there as well, Steve?
It is. I come down the first of the week and had a few days of practice. Not real sure I found a pattern. I did find some fish. Not really a pattern on them, but nice fish every day I caught. So hoping to produce that today.
Well, you guys took the lead early, and then the Copperheads come on strong with a couple of nice fish with Sherman Bishop and Conrad Benetti. So you have your work cut out for you on going out there to try to match those fish and overcome this deficit you guys have.
It's still early.
Oh yeah, it's definitely early. And here, I will give you some more bad news.
I was waiting on that. I was trying to let him get done with his interview first.
Thomas Woodring, unfortunately, just threw up a 23 and a quarter. So we've got a 20. What is it? A 24 and a half, a 23 and a quarter, and a 21 and 3/4 of the 3 big fish for the Copperheads. So hey, you're on the body of water. You have the opportunity to catch those fish as well. So why not you, right?
That's right. We better get on it.
Amen to that.
Hey, well, good luck, Steve. It was good talking to you, man.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Let's go ahead and we'll leave him up here as well. Let's go ahead and bring up the whole board in here. Get everybody back on. That way we can actually see Bobby floating down the river.
What a tank that 23-7.
Southeast Texas is officially on the board this morning. Kyle Schroeder throws up a 17-incher.
There you go, Kyle.
So
if I ever saw a fish that looked like a pug or a bulldog, it'd be that fish that was just caught. that
Cool.
Thomas just caught. That thing looks like it ran into a wall at about full speed.
That should be a 25-inch fish.
It should be. He got shorted. He broke his face.
All right, we're gonna bring Santoro and Bobby Big Gun back on the mics here. Chris, I see you paddling in there, man. What's it?
It's
Still no luck on that frog again, huh?
No, I'm thinking about what I need to do next, because I think about 8:30 here usually is when that kind of deal dies off. But I'm still seeing movement on top, so I'm still hopeful that I can pick another one off on a frog. But if not, I'll probably switch to something a little slower, maybe a Kitech, maybe a Senko. We'll see here.
It's an interesting transition there.
Can you show that fish a little better, Mark? Than I can?
Yeah, here, I can do that. Hold on. Let me pull it up real fast.
Give you guys a little visual of what I was just talking about there with Thomas Woodring's 23 1/4 he just caught.
Let's see if I can pull this up real quick here. Boom. There you go. There you have it. That thing has got about 3 inches lost in the lip alone.
That's hilarious.
That's a tank.
I'll tell you what, that is just, that's a beast. I wouldn't mind a couple of them either.
Brian Thomason said, "Nice job, Sherman."
Yeah, I know Sherman coming back out there.
Making a move. Yep.
Making a big move on that one. All right, let me do this here real quick, but it's going to be some big matchups. I don't know necessarily if some of these matchups are going to, live up to the hype, but I'll tell you one thing, that Florida boys, they're wanting them Rays cups.
Yeah, they want that first. They want that first bag to 200. Brian came on air last night and said first team in the KFL to hit 200-inch bag. He was going to be given a custom, what are those, Orca tumblers to each of the anglers on that team that gets 200.
It's going to be, I mean, hey, that is a prize in its own. Those Yeti cups are awesome.
Kyle Schroeder's 17-incher was a chunk, wasn't it?
Chunk. I thought at first that's what you were talking about at first, and then I realized what you said, and I was like, oh no, he's talking about the 23 1/4.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I think as the sun comes out, I mean, we've got a lot of high, thin clouds that are going to get burnt off, it looks like, by sun. Bobby looks like he might be in some decent cloud cover, so I'd assume Greg probably is too. So it looks like
all my cloud cover's behind me, out straight in front of me.
Oh, that's all behind you.
Tibbins don't even know what a cloud is anymore.
Yeah, so it looks like if that stays the course, these fish are going to get tighter to cover and everything as that sun starts beating down throughout the day, and I think the bite's going to pick up. As it's kind of been a slower morning. But I think this bite's going to pick up, and we're going to have a lot of action here coming up. The Rhode Island Rebels just took the lead on the Bay State attack. 31 1/4 to 29 1/4. Looks like 16.75 was just put up by Mr. Christopher Catucci.
Dude's on a mission in KFL, dude.
That was my call for player of the game yesterday. So we'll see how that works out.
Now, for once, somebody that is getting something a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, Steve Scott seems to be getting some wind over there. You can see the jersey flapping. We haven't seen a whole lot of that yet today. Steve seems like he's catching a lot of wind. That could be a game-changing bite right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-oh, Tibbins hooked
Tibbins
up.
is on.
There we go, baby. Oh,
Yep.
well.
He said no. It's a dink.
Never mind. False alarm. Good morning, Brad Kennan.
Get that dink drop.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though.
Katucci needs to go to Lila Lumen or whatever.
if Tibbins, Elric's hooked up. I just watched it.
Yeah, go Mike.
You're mic'd up, Elric. I seen it happen. This is a good
Score,
one,
baby.
It sure bowed that rod up.
I might be close.
Uh-oh.
I don't know though. They all look small.
Brian Howell posts his fish on the board, 15.5 inches. There we go. Tibbins hooked up again. That might be a better fish.
Get him.
Never mind.
Nope, it's a dink.
Never mind. What you got on that one, Elric?
Oh, I don't.
Couple back-to-back fish over there. Tibbins hooked up again.
Oh, this one's gonna be close. And
This one's gonna be close.
Hey, if it was MLF and we were 10
oh my
inches,
goodness,
Tibbins would be killing him.
He could give Cayman a run for his money. Tibbins on that MLF bite for sure. 8 inches for days.
we're getting 200.
You hitting 2,000. Elric, did that one not measure, bub?
Jim Louvier just caught a 14.5. He's up to 61.25 for the day. Lone Star Bandits extend their lead to almost 60 inches. Mark, what lake are they on? Are they on Fairfield? Is that what
They are on Fairfield? Yes, they are on Fairfield. That's where the service kind of comes into play, trying to get updates as we go along. If the updates I have gotten are official, they're sitting right about 170 inches right now.
170? Was Jason Campbell got like 100 inches or something?
There's all four anglers have fish on the board right now.
Nice.
There is talks of a 22.25 inch kicker, but again, it's not official. We can only kind of give updates as we get service and they fill us in. So the fact that we do have a few of them that are being able to submit fish today is fantastic.
Sherman Bishop with another fish gives the Copperheads 151.25 unofficially, as they are starting to put a hurting on the Carolina Lunkers. Tar Heel Lunkers.
Let's see. Let's get a score update here real fast. Let me see if I can go ahead and get the whole leaderboard up for you guys. See if I can make this happen for you right quick and hurry.
Yeah, looks like we're getting a lot of calls for scoreboard update in the comments.
All right, and boom. All right, so we've got your Florida Copperheads, 151.25 over the Tar Heel Lunkers, 64.5. Lone Star Bandits officially at 76.75 over Southeast is 17. Bronzebacks, 81.5 over Massachusetts Maulers, 16.5. Rhode Island Rebels, 31.25 over Bay State Attacks, 29.25. Nothing on the 2 afternoon games just yet. Nothing from Washington Warhawks and Appalachian Anglers. Your big leaderboard of the day. Thomas Woodring hangs out at 71.25. Jim Levere right behind him at 61.25. Sherman Bishop there rounding out your top 3 at 55.25. And I'll go ahead and scroll down so you can see the top 10. Not a whole lot of fish caught by individual anglers today, but there are certain anglers that are starting to put on a show. So it's going to be real intriguing to see how that plays out through the rest of the day. Man, I'm really expecting some big numbers to be put up by some of these individuals. It's going to be, the whole team aspect to it is interesting. So you still have the individual MVPs, but the fact that you've got, teams that are out there running the show, like, last week, for example, on week 1 in KFL, and I'm just using Jim as an example because he did take South MVP. We could use Adam as an example too. They ran the show for their teams that week. And now you're seeing more of a spread out team effect going on. It's funny how that much plays a big difference when you're changing bodies of water every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like we've had like a good little influx of fish come in here over the last 15 minutes or so. Seems like maybe the bite's starting to pick up a little bit.
And it usually will. You've got your morning bite that some fish are on, some fish aren't necessarily on. And then you have that transition stage right before the bite shuts down, right when the sun's coming out in a lot of places and it's starting to heat up and fish are going in for that. I'm going to feed one more time before we shut off bite, and it gets difficult for you. So a lot of times you will see that right around that 7.
Tibbins might be on something a little better here.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to give him a 1/4 inch over that last one.
I try to judge it by the way he's reeling it in. And
I mean, look, all I'm saying is them fish ain't going to have necks by the time this is over. He ain't just hurting that pond. He's destroying them.
You look exhausted. You gonna move areas, or you just gonna stay there and hope there's a big one in there?
I moved and it gave me the same fish.
Oh, okay.
You want to tell us what you're doing just by chance? I mean, you don't have to. I know your opponents are probably listening too, but you want to share us exactly what you're doing?
I'm just throwing a tube around some grass and around some rocks mainly. I mean, this place is pretty clear, so I'm catching some largies and smallies. So I mean, they're both around.
Katucci throws up another fish, 15 inches, right on the money.
Watch out if that guy catches on fire.
I can see him.
Santoro's moving a little bit. He said he doesn't like that, Matt. He's going to go chunk his frog at something else.
So, looks like Bay State Attack is exactly 17 inches behind the Rhode Island Rebels as we speak. Copperheads only have 8 fish, but they have 151.25.
I mean, that's crazy. Those guys have really put up some big fish. I mean, it's amazing.
And the thing is, they got a 15 and a 15.75 and a 16.25 to call.
There's so much room there. I mean, they're really trying to put on a show.
That 200 looks very attainable for them right now. Very attainable.
I mean, they're definitely on the right bite for that. You could very well see the go ahead and wrap that sucker up. I mean, it's but the thing about it is the Florida bite for either one of those teams, right? That thing can turn on in a heartbeat. Yep. And you could just stumble onto an area, put up 100 inches in 10, 15 minutes and rock it out. See here, we had a angler that was having problems submitting fish, but I think they figured out what was going on. Let's see here, Bobby. What's
Yes, sir.
It looks like you floated down to a new part of the river here compared to where you were fishing. How far away are you from Greg by chance?
Greg's probably I'd probably say about close to half a mile out in front of me. Dustin's off to my right about 75 yards. Just working the river. Yeah, Greg's out in front of us.
Did you say Dustin was behind y'all?
I said Dustin was about 75 yards to the other side of the river of him.
Oh, okay, got it. Wow, is the river there that big?
Yeah. So there's Dustin over there.
Okay.
And I don't know if
I'm a
see Greg way
huge
down there.
I'm a
Check
huge
out-
Dustin Arms fan. I am a huge Dustin Arms fan, but I mean, on the bright side, it looks like y'all are still on even playing field, right? So obviously the big fish aren't biting on either side. I mean, this thing could come down to just who can get the most 14 inches at this point.
Looks like they might be that way for the Bay State Attack and the Rhode Island team too.
It very well could be.
I mean, yeah.
Very well could be.
Lone Star Bandits, somebody just put up a 14-incher to take it to 90.75 inches.
Well, I tell you what,
like
Jim,
was,
Jim is on that 14-inch bite. Jim is on the 14-inch bite. That's his 5-fish limit of the day. And if I'm not mistaken, that doesn't just put him as that doesn't put the Bandits up. I believe that gives him overall lead of the day, doesn't it? Yep, 75 and a quarter inches.
3.5 inches over Thomas.
Now that's 5 fish compared to 4 fish, so. But I mean, that's just Jim out there doing Jim things.
Jim doing Jim.
Jim doing Jim things. If I was Bobby, I'd be back there fishing in the clouds. I'm going upriver. Tibbins looks like he's about in 103 degrees right now. I bet up there when you are up north, I heard Robert talking about it yesterday. I know he's not real north, but he's over there on that side of the coast, and he was talking about, man, it was so hot. It was 92 degrees this morning. I'm sitting here going, 92? Well, I'm sitting here praying for 92. I'm shouting out prayers. 92 degrees. It's a good day. Uh-oh. Hooked up. Boy, he snatched the lips off of that thing.
He don't even want to pull it in. He just
he yanked. He don't even
like,
want to put it in the
smaller.
boat.
They're getting smaller.
He snatched the lips off of it.
I wonder if maybe a bigger profile bait.
I mean, it's working. He's just got to find a bigger fish. I can see the frustration in his face.
He has nothing to say.
He's like, I wish I'd have never came on. I wish I'd have never came on live feed. They would have never knew.
So should it be Dink Tibbins?
Every time he sets the hook, I'm sitting here going, when he sets the hook, I'm like, oh, it's a good one. And then I can just see his face drop.
$8:30.
It is 8:35 Eastern time. I think all of our guys are Eastern time fishermen that we have on. We don't have any of the Central time guys. Actually, I think we only have one matchup in Central time, don't we? I think that's the Texas team's the only one in Central time today.
Yep.
We got Mr. Joe back. How's it going, Joe? Welcome back to the show.
Hey, guys.
How's it going this morning?
Slow day.
All right, not for Tibbins. Tibbins over here cracking them in a boat.
Sorry, man. I'm getting bad reception.
Picture, you're coming through perfect. Chris, did you finally put the frog down? I noticed you were reeling a little differently.
I did.
Did you go to that Kitech?
I did. I went to a 4.8 inch Kitech.
You like fishing grass, don't you?
I do, and like I said, this type of like how thick this is, you don't get to do often. So it's one of those things where I'm going to take advantage of being able to do that.
No, hey, I don't blame you at all. I mean, I'm looking at that stuff and I'm going, where is that for tomorrow?
In northeastern Pennsylvania, believe it or not.
Yeah, you threw me on a curveball earlier, like because I was sitting here thinking, I was like, okay, yeah, he's up there fishing, and then you showed me the grass mat, and I said, maybe I'm just completely out of my mind, and he's in Florida fishing. I had to go back and check the rosters and said, no, I was right the first time, but it looked like Florida.
There we go.
When I showed up to the ramp this morning, I thought, like, that's
Timmons got a good one. Timmons got a good one.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Nice bass, 17 plus.
There you go, baby. I knew it was going to pay off eventually.
Thank God.
There you go.
Tim's on the board, baby.
On good fish.
Here's your dinks.
Hey, that's what happens when you finally catch the big one.
You go.
I bet you won't dink drop that one before you measure it.
No.
Nice fish, man.
Matthew Dunn with another fish, 17-incher. Raising the bar up a little bit. Go ahead and remove Tibbins here while he measures that fish. All right, there we go.
I bet you.
But yeah,
I bet
Chris,
what he just caught's going to put his team right there, man. They need 17-inch fish to tie it.
There we go. Cliff Allen, Lone Star in the house. How you doing this morning, buddy?
What's up, Cliff?
But yeah, Chris, you had me sold, dude. I'm sitting here going, well, maybe I'm wrong because that looks exactly like these Florida mats.
You know,
you threw me for a loop.
I was surprised when I showed up this morning, and when I say that we had about a 3-foot wide path to get out to the main lake, I mean, chock full of path weeds. I mean,
my goodness,
can't even work through it.
Oof, that's the good stuff right there, dude.
I mean, it feels good to paddle. Don't get me wrong. I haven't paddled in a while, but
you know what? Ever since I started using the motor too, it's hard for me to transition back into paddling. It's like your body just gives up on that muscle.
I skipped pedals completely. I didn't get a pivot drive, and I went straight to the motor.
Joe got a fish. Looks like a little dink. He's dropping that one back in.
Them boys on some small ones. Boys on some small ones, but you know what? They on some fish, and we just got to see what happened with Timmons there. You catch enough small ones, you're going to get rewarded with a big one. For sure.
Man, I ought to have a giant coming my way sooner or later. I've been on plenty of small ones.
Bobby's looking for his reward.
Bobby said, my turn.
Florida Copperheads with another 1675. 1675 put up by Thomas.
Oh, Timmons with a 17 3/4.
I told you. Oh, so the Bay State attack has taken the lead from the Rhode Island.
John said, watch out, baby. I'm coming to play.
Copperheads 168 inches.
They moving in the right direction for sure.
The lunkers are right on. The lunkers are right, right there, kind of on par with them. 81.5 inches with 5 fish. So,
I mean that we're gonna say it again. We said it last week. Everybody was watching the Rebels and the Maulers match. Well, now everybody's watching the Rebels and the Bay State match. I mean, it's 2 weeks in a row. That's the matchup to watch, and they're all up there in the same division. That is tough competition.
Oh yeah.
I predict that match is going to go back and forth all day long. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they said there was a couple different options they gave them in lakes, or 2 options they gave them.
That was the Pennsylvania.
Okay, that was
Mass, I think.
Pennsylvania, Mass. Okay,
Yeah, Bay State and Rhode Island are on the same pond.
got you. It's so hard for me to transition into saying that, right? Because down south, when you say pond, we're used to
You like
something
your
someone's
grandma's
like,
pond, your 2-acre
what you
pond?
mean you can fish a pond?
Yeah, Mike Elric, you can elaborate on that. What's the average size pond, quote unquote, up there? 50, 100, 150 acres?
Now I would say it's this one's 200. I would
Okay.
say 200 and like
Dude, I wasn't.
Yeah.
There's that much fish on a 200-acre pond.
Yeah.
Golly, boy, I'd be in heaven.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fish. I mean, you saw Jack, I mean, I'm sure everyone else is doing it on, they're weeding through everything to the small ones to find a decent one.
Now, with it being that small, are there enough cut-ins and everything to where you can't like look over your shoulder and see about 3 or 4 guys, or
I've seen Jack, I saw Chris for a short time, and now I see Steve Scott's not too far from me. But I mean, I don't think anyone's going to end up in the middle of this place. It is deep, but there is some boat traffic too. When we were here during the week, there was a guy with about 50 kids tubing. I think he had 2 tubes. So that portion is probably not going to play, I think, later today. But there's plenty.
So you guys are kind of playing merry-go-round around the outside then?
What's that?
You guys kind of playing merry-go-round around the outside of the lake?
Yeah. I mean, some people docks. I'm cruising just a rocky flat. It's boulders the size of my truck.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then there is some grass in here, so I'm trying to stay to the outside of that or rip it through the end of it. And
gotcha.
It's thick stuff. That's the other thing up here. We don't. The state really doesn't manage a lot of places. Some towns have to do it. So depending on how serious they are about it, it all depends on how much grass is in. This one's pretty clean. Some of the other ones, you take a 1-ounce jig and throw it, it'd barely get wet. What was Jack's fish? 17 what?
17 3/4.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys have a 3/4 of an inch lead because of that fish.
Yeah, it's gonna be a like what you're saying, Mark. It's probably gonna be like this all day. And yeah, we originally had we had 2 permits for 2 different places, and a couple of the guys decided on this one. Some people had experience on it, and then when I saw it, I'm like, man, I hope we're not running into each other. And but I offered, to open both of them up, but it wasn't something the team wanted to do, which I thought was strange because that other place, a lot of people have fished that in tournaments. No worries though. It's kind of going like I thought it would.
Hey man, I mean the good news about it is you guys are on fish. Everybody's catching something. It's just one step at a time and getting the bigger fish in the boat.
Yep, that's all. That's exactly it. It's getting them on the board.
Jack still hasn't came back on for measuring that fish quite yet, but man, I gotta tell you what, that you talk about a sigh of relief when he boated that thing.
Mm-hmm. You can see it all over his face.
All over his face. That was fantastic.
I'm sure too, because when we started this morning, I was into fish. So I looked up and I didn't realize it was him, and then I seen him into fish, and then we both logged on at the same time, and kind of the same old story. But we'll see.
I mean, that's all you can do, right? One step at a time.
That's it. Stretch them out.
One step at a time. That's all you can do.
What did you say? Bring the roller?
You better get the rolling pin out.
knock the wind out of them.
That's it. You gotta do something.
I know that one I had. Thank God it had a ratty tail.
I love those fish. I caught a 21.5 inch last week that probably should have been like a 20, but it just had a weird hair on the tail that was a little bit longer than everything else. And I was like, okay, so I got a little piece of a tail that's an inch longer than the rest of the tail, but I'll take it.
That'll work.
Those are my favorite fish right there. That's just a free inch they give you.
Oh yeah.
All right, unofficially again, like I said, there's one matchup that doesn't have great service. That's the Bandits versus Southeast Texas. Unofficially, I just got reports of Bandits boating another 22.5 inch fish during that matchup via Jason Campbell, his second fish over 22 inches. That won't be official until it comes in. Haven't heard anything back from Southeast Texas just yet. Tibbins, welcome back to the show after catching that hog. I was going to guess 18. It was right there.
Yeah, I probably could have tweaked it, but I'm not here to push the teams. I just want to get them on the board.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it because I didn't want to jinx it. But 17 3/4 in the situation that y'all are in right now. Hey, a great fish. Put your team back in the lead. It's a close one, but everybody's watching that matchup right now.
Yeah, I broke one off 2 casts later, so now I have to retie, and hopefully we can get back on them.
Oh, you broke one off right after it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so we're gonna stay here, I think, for a little bit.
That hurts. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, you can't live on that though, It's like,
you gotta keep grinding.
It's like the big one that got away. Who cares about it if it never hit the board?
Right. For all you know, it could have been a buffalo.
Yeah, it could have been that Volkswagen Beetle Rock right there. Just went over.
Volkswagen Beetle Rock. I love it.
Oh man, here we go.
Todd, I was just telling them I've got 2 group chats going, one with Southeast Texas, one with Lone Star, trying to get any update we can on that game. Just got an update that said, oh, you did? Yeah, Jason Campbell just put a 22.5. Uh-oh, Tibbins hooked up again.
Get him.
Perfect. Solid 9. Solid 9er.
I'm saying 12.
I'll probably give it 12. It looks lengthy. Looks hungry.
Look at this. We'll even give it 13 because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, man. Jason Campbell's Slayer, man.
I mean, dude, here's the thing about it is he's confident right now. I can't remember the last time I've seen a confident Jason Campbell, and that can be dangerous. Confidence spills good fishing. So I'm really interested to see that, and how it plays out.
We talked about that through KBBT for the whole first year, man. Confidence
Absolutely.
is dangerous, and you get confidence in a team event. You get a confident team. Whew, watch out.
Oh my goodness. Florida Copperheads have 168 inches with 9 fish. They don't even have their 10th on the board yet.
Not like I was saying. 15, a 15.75, a 16 1/4, 16.75 to call. So 4 of their fish are easily callable.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a tough matchup. Whatever the lunkers are doing, they're going to have to put something in gameplay, and they're going to have to go to plan B, and they're going to have to put some fish on the board.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on 3 hours in on the day, right?
For the East Coast guys, yes, sir. Second hour for the central matchup.
So 7-hour matchups. We're coming up just shy of that, that halfway mark, and some things are going to have to start happening for these East Coast teams.
Somebody getting a phone call.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, you're fine.
Probably people watching.
Hey man, look, that's the good news about it. I mean, you've got a fan base going on. You've caught more fish on live feed today than anybody. You've just been dumping them in the boat. I mean, that's probably got to be like your 15th fish caught on camera.
Oh, Santoro!
Santoro's hooked up, and it sounded like a good one, boy.
Looks like a decent one. That ain't a dink.
No, it's a dink.
Oh,
I think he'll measure though.
It does
Good.
look like it'll measure. Santoro getting to add his name to the fame game.
oh, that's gonna measure.
Give me that yak fish.
It's gonna go 14 and a half.
Let's get situated here so I don't lose it. I'll tell you in a second.
What you got?
He'll be 14 and a half.
Right on.
Yeah, called that one.
At least 14. He's all curled up now, so let me hop off and calm him
Yeah,
down.
you're good, boss. You're good. Well, take your time.
Nice catch, Chris.
Greg, welcome back, Bubba.
Hey, bud. Sorry about that. I had to conserve my phone battery.
No, hey, trust me. If anybody gets it, it's me. I thought my phone charger on my power box was good last week. Turns out my power box was dead. Ran my phone down to 20% and had to get back in the truck for a little bit.
Man, I just thought, looking at the scoreboard, I mean, Rebels in another tight one, man.
I know. We were just talking about that matchup, another matchup with them to just sit there and watch and go, wow, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, man. Do we have any of the Rebel guys on?
I don't believe so.
No.
Nope.
Send John DeCenzo.
He was. Oh, maybe he wasn't on. I sent it in the owners. Let me see if I can send it to him in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like getting updates from John. He runs that a great central headquarters there. I kept saying that last night. I love how he does that.
Yeah.
The
Dustin, how big is it?
bass also in here too. Yeah,
man.
I've been catching them on the edge. What's Dom doing?
All right, Steve, I went ahead and added your mic back. It looks like the wind calmed down on you a little bit.
Greg, did Dustin catch a dink?
Right around
that. We have been on so many fish, man. But we just can't get anything scoreable here.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's unofficial. I've got 2 group chats going because sometimes they can respond to messages out there on Fairfield I've got one with Southeast Texas, one with Lone Star. Unofficially, Jason Campbell boated his second fish over 22 inches today.
Oh, my gosh.
Jim Levere just caught a 17 and a quarter to give the Lone Star Bandits 108 inches over 17 inches for Southeast Texas.
Jim out there doing Jim things.
Greg, you got something on?
I do.
Uh-oh. Greg is he going to get his team's first measurable fish?
We're trying, man. I don't know. It's pulling pretty good, but he's close.
And then all of a sudden my
Oh, he's close. Come here.
I mean, no, but which is.
No, he's not going to do it. Heck on it.
Nice looking smallie. You mean close?
This is what we've been catching all day,
it's
y'all.
got a long tail. That might be close?
It's gonna be close, but this is what we've been catching all day, y'all.
13.75 would be a heartbreak.
It's 13. Tons of 13, guys. I mean,
man,
that's heartbreaking. I mean,
beautiful fish though.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't KBF though, man. This don't count, you know. So, but man, this is it's heartbreaking. But they're beautiful. They are beautiful.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about a smallmouth is they got such long tails.
Yeah. Hey, 13 again, guys. Oh, Dustin had 13 and a half.
Oh. Elric's got a fish.
He's got a dink.
He's got a Nosar fish.
We got another fish by the Lone Star Bandits. Brian Howell. Looks like he just put up a 15 and a half.
Don't sleep on that guy.
Lone Star Bandits now with an unofficial 123 and a half to 17. Sorry, Mark.
No, you're good, Brad. That's the official rank, correct?
Well, I didn't see the fish judged yet.
Okay.
Pennsylvania bronzebacks with a fish, 14 and a quarter inch bass. I guess that was what Chris Santoro had just caught.
Unofficially, per the group chats, it looks like. Well, we'll just go ahead. You're right. Now, officially, we are at that 120. Unofficially, they're at about 180, which is not safe against that Southeast Texas team at all. I mean, you got to remember, Caleb Helbig, J.R. Mockabee, you put those two on the water alone, that's scary. And then you've got Kyle Schroeder on there who knows that lake very well. That's one of his favorite all-time lakes. I would be at the end of this thing, when they do get service to upload at the end of the day, there's going to be some big numbers thrown up by both of those teams.
I just watched the smallmouth inhale a goby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right in front of me.
Nice.
Oh, look who we got. Matter of fact, we got Kyle Schroeder on the camera.
What's up,
What's
Texas?
up, baby?
Not much. Just heading to another spot right now.
Right on, right. Hey, any update on your team? I can't get them to answer the messages.
They, from what I've seen, like I've sent a few messages in the group chat. It doesn't look like anybody's getting any service. I know Caleb said his service is garbage out here. JR's catching a few. I haven't heard anything from Lisa. She said same thing. Her service is pretty crappy. I got that 117 early, then I had about an 18 and a half jump off of the boat.
Oh.
But they're I'm deep cranking, but they're just they're like a shut off move. Is that both of those fish are just barely getting that back treble. Like the first fish I got in had one treble in the corner of its mouth and back treble, so the reaction hitting it. But it'll turn on later on in the day. I'm waiting for the bluegill to get active.
Right on. Well, I mean, hey, that lake can be tough out there. You know it better than anybody. That lake is one of the most moodiest lakes in America. But I mean, as far as your team goes, you've got more knowledge wrapped up in that thing. I mean, you fish that body of water a lot, and I mean, you're a weapon on that thing.
Yeah, I'm just looking around right now, but I think the hydrilla is growing out pretty good. It's out 12 feet right now. Seeing some scattered bluegill right now. There's actually more shad. The shad's sitting 14 to 20 right now, and then there's a fish suspended. Like they weren't. The fish I was getting to bite were coming like right as I was bouncing off the ledge, but I can't. I tried for just a little bit to try and get some of the suspended fish to bite, but they aren't taking. I would have to actually like visually interact with them, like dig in something. But I don't have any of that fancy stuff.
Man, what's your thoughts on the day out there? On the water. Obviously, we know you like that lake. The matchup. What's your mindset going into this thing?
Just to be somewhat. Like a day out here with 4 people would be roughly like 190 or 190. It depends. Like some days that would be over 200, but like some days a lot of 20s are caught. Some days you're stuck with like 15, 16 inch like ratfish. But it looks like most of the deeper fish, the bigger fish I'm seeing, like most of those 2 fish are the quality I was looking for, and they're way deeper than I'm used to catching them. But as the day goes on, they'll get out. I'm hoping they'll get around the bed. I can do.
Right on, buddy. Right on. Well, Hey, man. I know you haven't had any airtime out here just yet, but you want to give anybody a shout out, anything like that for the day?
Just my teammates, Lisa, Caleb, and JR. I'm not sponsored by anybody. But
yeah, and those of you guys that are watching this matchup's actually an hour behind these East Coast guys. So these guys have actually only been on the water for 2 hours. Plenty of time left. They got 5 hours left in that matchup. We're watching Kyle Schroeder with Southeast Texas.
And Kyle, just to go ahead and put it blank out, Kyle's probably one of the best sight fishermen I've ever seen in my life. So if at any point those fish start moving up shallow, Kyle's going to be on them. I'm going to give you full kudos on that one, Kyle. By far one of the greatest sight fishermen I've ever seen. If y'all ever get a chance to go watch that man's personal videos he posts on his page, do it. They're amazing. You will not be sorry. We're going to go ahead and that's the top of the hour on this segment. We are going to be coming back on with the Pride Network show here. If I've got my Central Eastern time correct, Greg will correct me. I believe here in 2 hours we'll be back on the Pride Network. Is that right, Greg?
Yeah, it's from 11 to 1 Eastern.
Okay, so here in 2 hours we'll be on the Pride Network channel. Come back on live. Were you trying to say something, Greg?
No, not me, bud.
All right, good deal. Well, we'll go ahead and let these anglers get back to focus on fishing. We'll send the links out. We'll catch you guys here in a little while, and we out.
See y'all. Good luck.
all right.
The roots of history run deep through Stafford, Virginia. We've raised leaders, featured artists, and honored those heroes among us. We've learned from the battles fought, and we look to the future with hope. We take this time to focus on what makes us exceptional, while constantly remembering where we came from. We're always open to fresh ideas and innovation, and savor all of the flavor at our fingertips. We find inspiration in our craftsmanship, and there's always a hidden gem around every corner. Find yours. Rediscover Stafford.